That's it. We just want to win for our team.
My goodness! And Amy finishes it.
Yeah, we're just as good as the men. We're better.
It's a huge point for the Bay Area.
Good chance that's the number one highlight of the week.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to MLTT. It is week number 13, day number 2 of Major League Table Tennis, and we're coming to you live from Wichita, Kansas. I'm Adam Bobrow, and I've got a question for you, Wichita. Are you guys ready for some action? That's what I like to hear. Let's welcome our officials, Jorge Vanegas and Jovana Knežević. And now, coming in first, their first place in the league right now in the West Division. They come all the way from Northern California with 213 points. Put your hands together for the Bay Area Blasters! Led by Coach Maggie Tien, Jinbao Ma, Tao Wen-Zhang, El Sayed Lashin, Senura Silva, Lily Zhang, and Alexi Duan. And now their opponents tied for second place with 199 points. Get ready for some paddling. It's the Portland Paddlers! Led by Coach Christian Lilyrose, Jiwei Shaw, Jonathan McDonald, Rachel Sung, Isaac Vila. Behind him, Coley, and the Night Train, Tyrese Knight. So now that all the Warriors have entered the arena, let's shake some hands and slap some skins and let the games begin.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wichita. A beautiful but windy day here in Kansas, and it's hard to believe it is the final Saturday of the Major League Table Tennis regular season that began all the way back in September. Our Saturday doubleheader begins with the Portland Paddlers and the Bay Area Blasters. We are inside the Koch Arena at Wichita State. The Bay Area Blasters enter this penultimate day of the regular season atop the West Division, 14 points clear of Texas and Portland. It is absolutely astonishing to have two teams with the exact same number of points with just 2 days left in the season. This will be the 6th time that these two teams have played this year, and it's going to be mighty interesting. Hey, everybody, Evan Lepler with the Olympian Sean O'Neill. And wow, to have Portland and Texas dead even, not just a couple points apart, but the exact same point total after 20 team matches, 210 total available points, it's astonishing.
No, it's going to be critical in this match with the Bay Area Blasters and the Paddlers. Can Bay Area extend the lead, or can Portland maybe create some distance between them and Texas?
Yeah, it's 420 total available points. Each of them have 199. Meanwhile, the Bay Area Blasters, gotta like the position they're in. They played well, especially down the stretch against Seattle last night. Over the course of the season, you know, the Portland Paddlers have, quite frankly, had the Bay Area Blasters number. Wins 18-3, 17-4, and 15-6. That's a total 65-40, and we can revisit some of the moments of the year, which began for the West Division all the way back in September in Santa Cruz, California. Tyrese Knight celebrating the victory for the Paddlers, but Senura Silva got a little revenge, and Tao Wen-Zhang, that was the ignominious injury celebration that led to our top of day, taking the table on a Sunday in Northern California. Jiwei Shaw was the hero in his hometown of Portland. And then last month in Everett, Washington, Isaac Vila closed the deal. So Sean O'Neill, Portland has had the Blasters number more often than not, but the Paddlers have a very different scenario today. Collet is going to play doubles but not singles. For the first time in MLTT history, we have a female player playing both singles and doubles in the same match. And Rachel Sung, a member of the U.S. Olympic team this summer in Paris. She's an incredible player, but she's going to have her hands full today with a lot of responsibility on her shoulders with the Paddler season on the line.
No, it's completely on the line, and I'm not really sure. Other than Collet was not feeling well yesterday, we could see it in his performance and thinking like, well, at least he needs to be there for the doubles. But I got a feeling if you can play doubles, you got to be in there for singles. So this is going to be an uphill battle for the Paddlers and really a chance for the Blasters to almost lock themselves into the playoffs if they can win big.
Bay Area needs 15 points to clinch a playoff spot today. So a 15-6 win or a better win than that for the Bay Area squad would guarantee their place at championship weekend 3 weeks from now in Chicago. First singles match of the day, Jonathan McDonald and Jim Ma. It's their first meeting of the year in singles. Jonathan has played in the AB slot occasionally this year, but he's been primarily a CD player, so he's playing up a level, which I think makes him an underdog going into this match.
It really does, and style-wise with Jinbao Ma, the current U.S. Open singles champion, look for a battle between backhands from McDonald and forehands from Ma. Both players very strong, good serve return, but I have to say that the odds-on favorite are the Blasters in this first match. And right out of the box, umpire warning Ma to toss the ball up at least 6 inches.
1-1.
Ball toss was a bit controversial yesterday in terms of how it was adjudicated. Certainly folks at breakfast this morning were still talking about, did the ball hit Olajude's shirt or not?
And one thing with McDonald, he loves to serve the ball deep and just get into a lot of quick exchanges. He's not afraid to serve out of the 2 serves each players are allowed, serve both of them deep and really challenge the opponent.
1-3.
Jinbao Ma wants to get his forehand into play as early in the point as possible. Every single game matters at this stage of the season.
If you've been with us all year long, you don't need the reminder, but obviously every Major League Table Tennis team match consists of the 4 singles matches with 1 doubles match, each of which are 3 games apiece, all played to 11. So 15 total points available in the team match, leading into the Golden Game. Had 84 Golden Games this year, Sean, and the winner of the Golden Game has won the team match every single time. The team with a lead going into the Golden Game has won that Golden Game about 80% of the time, including both times yesterday. But don't tell Jonathan McDonald he's an underdog here, Sean. He is playing really well out the gate.
And in the first match of the season, when he played against the Blasters with Tao Wen-jung, he created another big surprise where he took 3 points in a match that I think Portland was thinking that it's going to be a nice backhand loop there.
What a point! A couple net balls, both players stayed alive, and McDonald smacks a winner with a backhand.
That is McDonald's forte, his backhand loop both down the line and cross court, very effective.
Ma needed that serve.
Yeah, it's very important. He wants to get back into this game. Needs this point as well. Does not want to be trailing by 4 with McDonald's serve coming up.
Does claim both points on his serve.
Evan, it's such a nice challenge in this match because Ma will step around his backhand and traditionally go cross court. He's going right into McDonald's strength, so we should see a lot of really good shots down the line from these two players.
6-5.
3 straight for Ma. He's back within 1. McDonald was inactive yesterday, so he did not play. Jimbao Ma swept Olajide Matayo controversially in 3 straight games.
There's the deep serve by McDonald.
6-all.
You want to put a final bow on the controversy from yesterday, Sean? Where have you landed on what happened in that Jimbao Ma Olajide Matayo match at 9-7 in Game 3?
As a player, you never want to let one point. There's a nice forehand loop by McDonald to keep the lead. You never want to let
6,
1 point
7.
determine the outcome of a match. I could see the point of view of both players. Matayo felt clearly the ball did not hit his shirt. Ma felt it did. Came down to the umpires trying to make a ruling on the court. And once they make the call, you've got to live with it and move forward. You can't be letting that creep into your mind. the
8,
next 3
If you're
points.
wondering what we're talking about, this was yesterday. Matayo led 9-7. Did the ball graze his shirt on the way by? Officials ultimately ruled it did. Instead of Olajide winning that point, going up 10-7, the score became 9-8. And Jimbao Ma ultimately won the game 11-10. And that was huge for so many reasons. The overall
9-6.
team tally was 7-7 at that point, and that gave the Blasters the 8-7 lead going into the Golden Game. We know how important that is.
Setting the order is critical, and right now McDonald with a 3-point lead and the serve. And Jimbao Ma going backhand to backhand,
7-9.
getting the point on that time, but I try to play more to the middle, more to the forehand, so he can get the forehand to forehand advantage there. See if he moves his serve around a little bit. There's more to the forehand side, but he goes long, and Portland
8-9.
hit the first chance to put some points on the board. That caught the edge,
That caught the table.
of course.
So they're back within 1. Three straight for Jimbao Ma. It's 9-all.
9.
Not too shabby of an opening game to begin our Saturday doubleheader.
McDonald with the serve.
Bellows to serve.
But that's where Ma wants to be. He wants to be playing his forehand from the backhand corner, moving it around, forcing his opponent off the table.
Oh, what a shot from Jimbao Ma.
9-10.
Four straight points to create game point on McDonald's serve. And we have reached 10-all.
10.
Ma
10.
will serve on our first golden point of the day.
Ma will be looking to get his forehand into play on the third ball. Donald might have to risk.
One of the points of the season taken by Ma on the golden point. What a thrill ride that was.
Both players just coming up big, not stepping back, but putting powerful forehands from the midcourt. Finally, Jonathan's ball goes long, but a great rally by both players.
Blasters on the board. Barely 1-0.
First time watching competitive table tennis before. Awesome. I'm going to make my way over to this section in a bit. I didn't mean to ignore you yesterday. These seats weren't as full as the VIP section, so don't worry, we've got lots of time. A reminder, whenever you see a good point, we've got this Jumbotron here for you to watch. lot to look forward to, and the Golden Game is incredibly intense and exciting.
The Bay Area
So make
Blasters
sure you stick around
earned that
for the
opening
Golden
point.
Game. This is
Jonathan
game
McDonald
number 2.
certainly looks like he belongs in this AB
Second
spot.
game, Blasters to serve.
Very
0,
competitive
0.
effort. One of the more exhilarating golden points we've had all season. I really thought McDonald had Jim Balma on his heels.
There's the deep serve that is so effective.
1, 0.
And again, with McDonald, he serves it
0,
deep.
2.
Most players don't have enough time to take a big backswing in order to attack it. And then McDonald comes right off the bounce with a very strong backhand, both down the line and into the middle. Great tactics. And that ball had some juice on it.
1,
Wow.
2.
McDonald went in for the push and it just shot off the end of the table.
Two all.
And that is McDonald's bread
3,
and butter.
2.
Quality serve, ball to the backhand, and he just takes it down the line for the winner. That time went a little bit long.
3
But
all.
had the ball on his racket. I'm sure McDonald would love to be in that situation each and every point, going
Blasters
backhand
to
to
serve.
backhand to Ma, staying away from his lethal forehand.
Let.
Excellent backhand play again by McDonald.
3, 4.
Really doing a nice job of playing the backhand out to Ma's forehand, which makes it very difficult for him to step around
Let.
to play his forehand from the backhand corner.
Three, 4.
And that's just
4 all.
too effective. Jinbao Ma's accuracy when he steps around the backhand corner, you know he's going to aim almost, let's say 80% right into the opponent's elbow. It's the toughest spot to cover. And McDonald continues with the lead.
5, 4.
Getting both Tyrese Knight and Jiwei Chao off their seats.
Five, 5.
It's a really interesting contrast of styles with these two players.
It couldn't be more different, just a backhand-oriented player with McDonald, and then Jinbao Ma loving to play forehands from all positions on the table. It just requires tremendous footwork.
6, 5. Five, 7.
These are two big serves for McDonald. The question is, will he go with the deep serve and just challenge Jinbao Ma? There's the deep serve. Gets the job done. Great off the bounce
6, 7.
offensive play
Deep serve kept him in control of the point the whole time.
and allowed him to play that second ball so quickly. Oh, that's a great net recovery. And then it goes long.
8,
So split
6.
the 2 points on his serve. That was a great backhand off the serve and
9,
a better
6.
forehand rip with the step around.
Six, 10.
Game got away from McDonald
11,
fast,
6.
and
Second game.
Jimbao Ma
Blasters.
has a 5-point win. That clinches the match for Ma. He'll go for his second sweep in as many days in about 60 seconds. Won the golden point in riveting fashion and then takes game 2 by 5. Obviously, we can go back to the golden point in game 1, a huge turning point in this match with the point very much on McDonald's paddle shot. I just want you to take me through what you're seeing on this point in terms of the shot selection, because both players had some interesting shots.
Right there with Jimbao Ma, that's his first most important, is to get that forehand in, but McDonald moved the ball out to the forehand, which was so effective to get him out of his comfort zone, and then puts his own offense there. But again, the footwork of Jimbao Ma, staying with the rally, keeping the ball in play, even though he's not playing his favorite shot.
Some of those lunging forehands, it's hard to believe he recovered after them.
Yeah, all your energy is going through the ball. And
Third
that's why
game.
McDonald will
Blast
be
the serve,
successful
0-0.
with his backhand down the line. It's very difficult to run out to the
Let's-
forehand, cover that ball, and then be able to be prepared for a backhand return if McDonald changes angles later on. There's out to the forehand, then down the line to the backhand. Perfect 1-2
0-1.
combination. Excellent play by McDonald. Again, a little scary there for the players to make the call.
One.
McDonald really trying to keep the serve return short to stop the forehand.
1, 2.
Ma happy to return the favor with a nice short return as well. Smart play by McDonald. If he
Blasters
can get
to
his
serve.
opening loops in and move them around, can't keep spinning to the same spot, otherwise Ma will track it down and start attacking with his forehand. Oh, look at that beautiful backhand down the line.
2,
Ma
3.
wants to cover his backhand corner. As you see him stepping around that backhand side, it's going to leave the forehand wide open for McDonald.
Three.
Evan, I would say that's a little
4,
risky for
3.
Ma just to push it deep to Jonathan's backhand. Really solid opening, can play to all directions of the table. At that time, put a lot more
4,
behind the ball. versus just pushing it over. Nice backhand flip.
Frustrated.
5-4.
Miss right there
Change.
on the serve from Ma. We'll have one more serve from the other side of the table. Second singles coming up.
Just
The
that
veteran Elsayed Lachine against the young American, less than half his age, Rachel Sung.
4-5.
Just looking back to game one's golden point, how things would have changed right now. Potential
Let-
sweep. 2 if McDonald had won that one. Oh, look at that forehand flip
6
for a
4.
winner. Read that ball perfectly, got over the table, just shut down that topspin. Now here come the deep serves and the quick backhands off the bounce.
6-5.
Aggressive serve.
6-6.
Dalma returned the favor with a very strong backhand play.
So all 3 games have been super tight through about this stage. Obviously, game 1 was tight to the finish. Game 2 taken over late by Ma. What will happen in game 3?
6-7.
Nice serve return
8-6.
by McDonald. Took a lot of the pace off the ball. Ball went off the end of the table, but Ma unable to turn the corner and get his forehand into play.
McDonald with a 2-point lead and 2 serves to work with after winning both points on Ma's serve.
And there's the jumping deep serve. Again, Ma couldn't
9-6.
turn the corner and get his forehand, and it was up on top of him. Could see his racket follow through above his head. Unable to drive the ball forward.
Another point with multiple net balls. This one goes to Ma.
7-9.
McDonald looked like he had a little bit of an upper hand
Timeout.
there, went for the big backhand.
Peddlers.
Timeout taken by Christian Lily-Rose, the Portland Paddlers, sensing the importance of this point.
I love overhearing the conversation.
Okej, så viktigaste nu är han servar och han har försökt överskruva. Sista överskruvade serven gjorde, då flippar det hårt. Så att det är ganska säkert korta överskruvar tror jag. Han kan låta försöka en lång. Han har kört lång on på hört. När du servar, den serve som du inte har gjort är kort i forehand. The serve you haven't done is short i forehand. So right now when you're going to serve, då måste du försöka hitta några nya saker.
Den sidan så bollen skjutsas fram, på den här sidan stannar bollen.
Precis.
Så därför jag tänker,
Precis, då om du kör
här och slå lång där.
Precis.
För annars blir det en halvlång här kanske.
Det stämmer det. Du försökte en halvlång gång. Om du kör långa servar så blir det bättre.
One thing, you don't serve to the backhand corner short anymore. Serve anywhere else.
Right.
Way short, long,
Right.
short, but not a backhand short.
Right, correct.
So we had Coach Christian Lilla-Rose
They're down 0-2.
explaining
And back for
what type
action,
of
Jonathan
serves
McDonald and
that McDonald should be ready for, and encouraging him to be aggressive on
7-9.
the serve return. If it's a short topspin serve, go ahead and flip it aggressively, and then on your serve, where to place it.
Just a couple of dudes from Stockholm talking strategy.
Not a bad point.
8-9.
Jonathan had a couple of chances to put the ball away, had his forehand in, but Ma, great court coverage. But I did like Christian mixing up the English and the Swedish together. That was an interesting combo there.
Jinbao Ma has battled back
9
from 9-6 down. He's tied at 9-all.
And now let's see the two serves. Jiwei Sha said, whatever you do, don't serve short to his backhand in the timeout.
Ma into the lead.
10.
Jonathan had the ball that he wanted to play it down the line. Was unable to convert.
Jinbao Ma takes
11-9.
3 in a row over Jonathan
3-0.
McDonald. Feel like McDonald played well enough to win a game or two in that match, but just falling a little bit short, and the Bay Area Blasters begin what could be a clinching Saturday for them with a 3-0 sweep in the opening singles match.
Now you do. High five, Alex. All right. And Alex, how about you? How did you find out about it?
For the second day in a row, we get to chat with Jinbao Ma after a 3-0 sweep. Congratulations again. That was a really tight, competitive match, just like yesterday. I mean, you've played 6 games. Most of them have been really close. You've won all of them. What was the key to coming from behind in that last game against Jonathan?
I think this match right in the beginning is very hard. So because it's my first time play Jonathan, so his style is very different. It's yeah, when I key point, I think I have my confidence is for the key. Yeah, I can use the forehand, my advantage to play key point. So.
Played so far perfect in Wichita here. What are your thoughts in the mixed doubles match that you'll be playing with Lily? Have you had a chance to play much with her before?
Yeah, we played before one time against Cole and Rachel. So the paddle is mixed double is very good. Last time we also lost. So it's gonna be a very hard match. So we try my best, and yeah.
Congratulations on the good start. I want to go back to the golden point in the first game you played. You had a couple shots, forehands, where you really had to lunge. How do you get back in the point to be ready for the next ball?
Because I usually in my practice, I always play this very hard my situation. So I think my just practice better. So the golden point I can do better.
Fantastic footwork. Congrats on getting your team off to a good start. We'll see you shortly in the doubles.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so Jinbao Ma has the Blasters out to the 3-0 lead. He scored the final 5 points of his third game after trailing 9-6. And now in the second singles match, mention how Rachel Sung is 19 years old, but she'll be headed to the Olympics with Team USA this summer in Paris, taking on one of the legends of African table tennis, the 44-year-old Egyptian El Sayed Lachine, who's participated in 3 Olympic games himself.
Others to serve, 0-0.
Rachel Sung overcooks that shot.
0-1.
Lachine the 1-0 lead. It's the first time all season, Sean mentioned it earlier, that a team is having a female player play
2-0.
singles and doubles. We've seen particularly Lily Zhang for the Blasters play a decent amount of singles with some success.
And the challenge here for Rachel is
3-0.
El Said puts so much spin on his ball, especially the first loop, that it's going to change the timing for her. Rachel loves to play quick off the bounce. And she's going to have to figure out how much spin Lachine is adding to the ball so she can cover it and then get into kind of a fast rally. Lachine did not play his best yesterday.
Let.
But that's what Rachel has to do. Get that first spin in quickly. She's going to stay up to the table. She's not going to back off. Lachine, you're going to see him put a lot of underspin on his pushes, a lot of topspin on his opening attacks, just to change the timing.
5-2.
You could just see the racket speed that Lachine was going to try to deliver on that last over-the-table backhand return. He wants to juice up the spin as much as possible.
3-6. Seven, 3.
Nice play by Rachel. Solid serve return followed by a very strong forehand smash.
Lachine now in front, 8-4.
And that's the challenge. Once they get into the extended rally, Lachine is going to just load up the topspin.
Try to load it up again there.
5-4.
And it's not easy when Rachel Sung is serving so well close to the end line. That's a great combination there, but
9-5.
that's where Lachine wants to be. 6 to 8 feet off the table, just loading up the forehand topspin.
9-6.
Too good from Lachine, creating a slew of game points to put the Blasters up 4-0. And that will do it for game one.
First game.
11-6 for the veteran Egyptian. And the Bay Area Blasters are creeping closer to officially punching their ticket to the inaugural MLTT postseason.
Second game.
All the way back in September, El Sayed Lachine played a singles match against Fabi Diaz in a battle with the Seattle Spinners. Lachine swept that match 3-0. He said afterwards that it was one of the first times in his career that he had played a match against a female player. So it's not all that common.
0-2.
And sometimes can be disorienting, but
in the U.S., there's many more opportunities in sanctioned tournaments where they'll play in open singles to allow the very strong females a chance to play against higher level competition. So not so uncommon in the U.S., but clearly internationally
0-3.
not as likely to occur.
Sung on the board here in
3-1.
game 2. Texas Smash taking on the Seattle Spinners later tonight. I think yesterday we were pretty impressed with the Spinners and how they performed overall. And yet they still fell 14-7. Controversial fashion. 3 straight for Rachel Sung. She's back even.
Just really holding herself so well up on the table, keeping the pressure on.
Three, 4.
Oh, beautiful third ball attack
4-all.
by Rachel Sung. I'm not sure what happened on the previous shot. Looked like she went in for a push. It just floated off, but this time, no hesitation. Great smash, and that's a really nice serve return, but a deep
5,
chop to
4.
El Sayed Lachine is going to be met with a very powerful forehand loop.
Let.
Very aggressive serve.
4-6.
How aggressive should Lachine be on the serve in this match?
He needs to do what he's doing, which is mix it up. Don't use the same serve depth every time.
6.
Rachel is such a
5.
timing player that if you give her the same ball 3 or 4 times, you'll see her smash the ball for a winner. And her left-handed backhands are very effective out to Lachine's forehand. Beautiful serve return by Rachel Sung, just
7.
chopping the cover off the ball, just coming down on it. Ball did not go off the end of the table.
First lead of the match for the young American.
Oh, aggressive.
That'll do it. 8-6 lead now for Rachel. She's on an 8-3 run after falling behind 3-zip. Couple whacks to put this one away, but ultimately she takes care of business.
That
Fantastic response.
Ball
from
clipped
Lachine.
the net, but it was a
8-7.
great shot by Lachine, taking it down the line with his forehand. A lot of power.
She knows she missed it.
Yeah, Lachine gave her a ball in between
8.
the forehand and backhand. Rachel Sung unable to get around that ball and just lifted it right off the end. Again, perfect serve return by Rachel Sung, just juicing it up.
9.
Look at his forehand cut deep to the corner and then backhand off the bounce.
Huge point here for Lachine on his serve. And he wins it to tie it 9-all.
Rachel made a
9-all.
great backhand attack, but Lachine able to get that top spin into play.
Missed it. Game point for Rachel Sung to try to get the Portland Paddlers on the board.
With the serve.
And she has one chance to finish it on her serve, otherwise it goes back to Lachine's serve. That'll do it. Rachel Sung takes game 2. An important point for Portland. And a wry smile for the 19-year-old Olympian. We got an intriguing rubber game coming up here, Sean.
Good to see you. Ghana in the house.
game to play. Peller serves 0-0.
Sung will serve to start game number 3. What changed in game 2 compared to game 1?
Just think Rachel's serve return was on point. Really nice deep pushes, a lot of heavy spin, and then she made sure she converted when she had the chance to smack her forehand just like that
one. 1-all.
There's no hesitation. She's up at the table. Lachine off, just playing pure defense.
Two, 1.
And she's going for the serve returns. There's no
1-3.
hesitation when she decides, do I put it into play or do I go for a flip kill?
One, 4.
Been a strong response from the Egyptian Elsayed Lachine.
Yeah, Lachine's doing
5-1.
a much stronger job of forcing his offense on Rachel. That first opportunity to make a deep, heavy topspin puts her more in a blocking position.
No doubt about it.
6-1.
Lachine right back to work. He's got all the answers here in game 3.
And able to return her first strong attack. And Rachel's just smacking that ball so hard. Great over the table.
Lead back to 6 for Lachine. One more big swing from Sung.
8-3.
He's had enough.
And Rachel, when she lines up that forehand,
8-4-8.
she has just had no difficulty scoring the point with great placement, good power.
Four, 9.
Again, great forehand combination, but it was really set up
9-5.
by her strong backhand earlier in the rally where she sent Lachine off the table before getting a chance to hit 2 powerful forehands. And there's Lachine's experience,
10-5.
looping inside out from his backhand corner with his forehand.
Game points. And Lachine able to take 2 out of 3.
2-1.
Rachel Sung will not get to rest for long. She'll be right back on the table to play doubles alongside Collet. Elsayed Lachine lost 2 out of 3 to Seattle's Paul Chi yesterday, but he gets 2 points for the Blasters here today, and it's a 5-1 lead through 2 singles matches. Doubles up next. And we're joined by Elsayed Lachine, 2 out of 3 over Rachel Sung. Obviously a different match. I remember chatting with you after your match against Fabi Diaz back in September, and it was a strange experience, but pretty competitive match. Obviously you played really well in game 3. What was the key in game 3 for you?
First of all, I think about my serve and first bump, because if I play normal spin, she can return and she control table. She's good blocker. So when I play serve and first one is strong, is okay, I win the point directly. But if it's in rally, cheese can be dangerous more than this.
So my question is, outside of the tactics, what would it mean for you and your team to qualify for the finals? I'm sure that's been a topic that you guys have been discussing all weekend long.
Yeah, as you said, this is the big issue. This is what we want, this is what we dream. And also we need to focus more to finalize this match, and tomorrow then we prepare for the semi-final and final. I wish to reach the final, but we have a match did not finish it.
Can you speak to just what this experience has been like for you at this stage of your career, to get to come to the United States, you know, once a month for a year basically, and play at this high level?
It's really amazing. Everything with MLTT is super, organization is super, everybody is super, players also very, very friendly, and I like all of them. That's what I'm always searching for, that friendship, sports, it's not popular in the competition like WTT or ITTF. A lot of players are going to fight during the match, but for me, I like, okay, the sports spirit is much better.
Do you want to keep playing for many more years?
Yeah, I enjoy. I'm 44 years, but I feel like 34. It's 10 years is okay.
Excellent. Great stuff. Congrats on the win. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, El Sayed Lachine. As long as you're having fun, why would you stop doing what you love?
Getting the W's for your team, bottom line.
Alrighty, now this is going to be interesting. Jimbao Mang, Lily Zhang. Lily serving first. And a pretty good amount of pop to that opening point.
1-0.
And Kole, I was watching him warm up today, Sean, and I thought he looked sharper than he did yesterday. But I'm not sure anything
Zero.
It's going to stop that.
Jimbao Ma. I mean, so far here in Wichita, we've had 12 singles matches, doubles matches across the 2.5 team matches we've seen so far.
0-3.
There have only been 2 3-0 sweeps, both courtesy from Jimbao Ma. Portland gets on the board. Throughout the season, Kole and Rachel Sung have been the premier doubles team in the West. When they've been healthy, they've been the best.
So their styles really complement each other. Rachel being a lefty, allowing her to do her normal forehand serve that she'd do in singles from the same corner. And Kole, with his experience, his power, and his placement, really gives Rachel a chance to have a lot of opportunities to finish the ball. And if she needs to, by putting it into play in a good location, Kole can follow up both on the forehand and backhand sides.
Believe it or not, this is the first time we have seen this exact doubles match. And you think that that's strange, because all 4 of these players have played a good amount of doubles. Yeah, but
the Lily Taowen Zhang has been very solid, although they did get beat yesterday. But I really like that combination just with the pen holder and the shake hands. 2 righties, which is always not as effective as a righty-lefty pair in doubles, since you do have to alternate shots. It's just when they get further into the rally, Evan, that righty-lefty, they're playing from their backhand corners most of the time, where the opposing team with 2 righties have to constantly move, sometimes in circles, depending on where the ball's going. But it's not as easy to keep their forehands into play.
6-5.
Two straight for the Blasters after Portland had won 6 of the previous 7. And we're all even, 6 points apiece here in the opening game as the players go back to the towels. Li Zhang played doubles with Tao and Zhang yesterday. Lost 2 out of 3 to Omatayo and Diaz.
That's just a great shot by Ma.
7,
He would
6.
prefer to take it on his forehand, but the paddlers are not going to give him easy setups. Wow, what a combination of attacks
6, 8.
off the serve and then into the rally. See Ma going out to the forehand of Sun.
Oh, great placement.
And you just see Portland up at the table, redirecting all of this energy. You see Ma and Zhang just running all over the court.
Caught the net, helped the Blasters
9,
out. They've got the
7.
9-7 lead.
I think Lily and Jinbao have gotten their steps in today just in this one game.
No question about it. And Collet goes for broke, comes up empty.
10, 7.
Game point, Blasters. Return
11,
popped
7.
up, too
First
much
game,
for Jinbao Ma. And the Blasters take care of business, 11-7 in game number 1. They've got now a 6-1 lead overall. Been a very strong start to Saturday for the Bay Area squad as they inch closer to playoff berth.
Now I'm going to answer a few questions that I made up in case you had them. One of which is, why don't people clap or cheer sometimes after these good points? If the ball hits the net or the edge of the table, it's considered a lucky shot if it wins you a point. So you see the benches very quietly sort of acknowledging it, but pausing before clapping to basically say, sorry for the fortune. That's why they're not always clapping. You'll also see them signaling to each other with their hands, communicating under the table their plan for what they want to serve, how they want to receive. That's how they communicate between points. And remember, the serve must be on the diagonal from the right side of the table, only in doubles.
Second game, paddlers to serve, 0, 0.
You see the Blasters now have a 19-point lead in the standings on the Paddlers.
1, 0.
Portland will have the head-to-head tiebreaker with the Bay Area regardless of what happens today. So the Blasters, in order to clinch a playoff spot, need to be 22 points ahead at the end of the day, which they would be if they can win 15 of the 21 available points. They've already won 6 of 7.
Allowing them to go into the golden game if they can. Get up 8-7 or
2, all.
possibly 14-1 at the two extremes. That golden game will give them 6 points.
2,
14-1 would be an extreme. We've only seen that once all season.
And Portland was part of that one.
Yes, they were.
3, all.
How does Collet look to you today compared to yesterday?
He really looks like his head and body are in the game.
4, 3.
He did not have the stance or the body language yesterday that he has today.
3, 5.
Timing-wise, you see on that
3,
backhand.
6.
Ooh. This is the good order for Portland.
7,
Where
3.
Collet's hitting to Lily. Jinbao Ma has taken it upon himself to give Cole nothing to work with.
8-3.
And just nothing working for Portland right now.
9. Peddlers.
Missed it.
3-10.
Stunning. Paddlers fight off 1 game point, but feels like this game is over, doesn't it?
It really, I mean, that last shot that Rachel did was more of a slap at the ball.
Well, but keep slapping.
10-5.
Just turn the ball over with her wrists. Just a little.
Again?
And twice in a row, just showing the flexibility of Rachel's wrist. And she played that backhand. Perfect location.
Well,
7-10.
all of a sudden, things have gotten a little interesting here. But that miss will give it to the Blasters. Things feel like they're slipping away from the Portland Paddlers. Back-to-back 11-7 scores in the doubles in favor of the Bay Area. And the lead grows for the Blasters here in Wichita.
This is game number 3 of the doubles. Let me hear you, Wichita!
Let's see if Rachel Sun and Cole can dig deep here and steal a point to avoid the sweep. Otherwise, the Blasters will clinch the lead going into the Golden Game. We know how significant that is. Cole with a good rip at that
0-1.
opening return to put Portland up 1-0.
Very interesting tactic by Cole.
2-0.
Instead of using his forehand on the serve return, stepping ahead and actually stepping in front of Rachel, which makes it very difficult. Looks like Portland jumping out to a quick 3-0 lead. Lily doing a great job of just scrambling to return the attacks. The Blasters rewarded with a chance by Jinbao Ma to get his forehand into play.
2-3.
Just so strong, Rachel.
4-2.
Over the table with that backhand.
More like it for Cole and Rachel Sun. Like to switch sides at 5-2. Worth mentioning that the Paddlers clearly struggling right now, Sean. But they can still be huge Seattle Spinners fans later today. And who knows what's going to happen in that match. I think you look at Texas as the favorite, but we looked at the Blasters as a big favorite over Seattle yesterday, and Seattle was neck and neck until the final moments.
Came down to the final shots, and Yeah, there's definitely some spoiler potential with the spinners currently in 4th place. Portland needs all the help they can get, knowing that the Blasters are looking very strong.
3-6.
2 more singles matches to follow. I think on paper, Blasters should probably win at least 3, if not 4 games.
Seven, 3.
8-3 lead now for Cole and Rachel Sung. They have won 3-0, far more than they've lost 3-0 this year.
That's again excellent underspin push by Rachel Sung.
3-9. Four, 9.
That's really good.
10-4.
The amount of power that Rachel Sung can get. This great technique, driving the ball forward.
Blasters still alive here in game
5.
3. Couple serves here, down by 4.
And the Blasters aren't giving up. They're going to play
7,
every point
10.
one at a time.
Well, kind of similar to last game. The Blasters had a slew of game points. Portland clawed back, but dug too big of a hole. Same story for Bay Area in game 3. So it's Portland stealing the 3rd point of the doubles match, but 2 out of 3 go to the Blasters. Ma and Jong have the Bay Area squad in front 7-2 as we shift back to the singles in just a moment.
It's a fault. It's happened before. So they stand for a better view down at that line that only means anything. You got a question? I'm so excited. I love questions. I'm here to answer questions and help you love table tennis as much as possible. Sir, what's your name? Scott Wiggins. Adam, nice to meet you.
Lily Jongs put the headset on. Let's chat with Lily. Congrats on 2 out of 3 in the doubles. Certainly a different partner for you today. What's the biggest difference playing with Tao versus playing with Jimbao?
Yeah, I mean, last time we played them, same pair, me and Tao lost 0-3, so we figured it might be worth it this time just to change things up. I think Tao and I pair really well, but Ma Jimbao and I think we're faster together, so I think it gave us a little bit more of an advantage.
There were a slew of points where you and your partner were kind of staggering, jumping around. They were just kind of chilling at the table, but you guys won a lot of those points running all around.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're both like really fast rallies. I know Rachel's more like of a chill player, and so is Cole, so it's interesting to see the different styles play out on court.
It also seemed that with their righty-lefty, they were able to do a lot more backhand attacks off the serve. How do you stop that from occurring? It seems like when they get the opportunity, both Jimbao Ma did the same thing, just finishing the ball off the serve.
Yeah.
How do you stop that?
Yeah, I think that was one of our main concerns during the match. I think when a player is really good at with the backhand banana flip, it's important to try to serve a little bit half long, which I was trying to do, but like sometimes with nerves, when I try to serve half long, it's short. When I try to serve short, it's half long. But yeah, I think that's the main thing.
Lily, you guys are closing in on a playoff berth. What would it mean to you to get the chance to compete 3 weeks from now in Chicago against the East?
Yeah, of course it would mean, so much to the team. I think we've really fought so hard this season, and I think I'd be just so ecstatic and proud and happy to, continue on with my team.
All righty, keep plugging away. We'll see you in the Golden Game. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Welcome for Senura Silva.
Lily Jiang will go back to cheering on her teammates. And right now, that means Senura Silva, who has had one of the most fascinating journeys of any MLTT athlete this season. He was undrafted, signed as a free agent for that first weekend with the Princeton Revolution, played well. Back in the free agent pool, signed by the Bay Area Blasters in October as a free agent. But that time was different. He was signed for the rest of the season, not just for a single weekend. And here he is, one of the top 5 players in the league from a power ranking standpoint, a guy that wasn't drafted among the 64 slots that were selected back in August.
And just really making the most of the opportunity. I think what New Jersey saw with Princeton was his attitude was so positive that they wanted to get some of that, which then led the Blasters to say, we'll do one better, we'll take him on our team. And he's helped out so much with some of the injuries by Taowen Zhang, and in that 3-4 slot, he has just been golden.
He's just 18 years old. Senura will turn 19 the end of May.
And he's playing at Texas Wesleyan University, has high hopes to possibly take the NCTTA singles title along with the co-ed team and potentially the doubles. Jonathan McDonald is also playing for Texas Wesleyan in the Collegiate Association. So they will be teaming up as now they're facing off as opponents here. Day 2 of MLTT. And there's his solid backhand opening and stepping around. He is so fast. Makes the first spin. You just see him get around that backhand. Keep the pressure on the ball. Super safe on the serve return.
3.
You don't see Silva going for big shots like we saw Rachel Sung going for winners. Likes to give his opponent an opportunity to work for the point before he starts counterattacking. And look at these forehand powerful shots.
4-2.
It's a tough set of matchups for Isaac Vila, the Dominican. I mean, yesterday in the Texas match against Dave Macbeth, who's playing in the CD slot for the first time all season.
I mean, he might as well be playing in the AB for the 2 players he's facing, with Silva in the power rankings and Macbeth. And there, that backhand by Silva, just keeping the pressure on.
5-2.
Vila, not easy to stay in these rallies.
Three, 5.
It's a sound you don't hear that often.
4,
Table tennis match.
5.
These deep serves have really been jumping here in Wichita.
Good backhand rally. 7-4 lead for Silva.
4.
Excuse me, 6-4.
Blasters. Six, 5.
Six all.
Vila doing a really nice job taking the service advantage away from Silva.
Vila into the lead.
7-6.
Certainly have learned to expect the unexpected from time to time. Christian Lily-Rose did tell us yesterday he feels Isak's playing his best table tennis of the season.
And he's really, as a team, they've helped work on his backhand. His forehand has always been super solid, but you need a complete game here at MLTT. One shot isn't going to be enough.
Let 7-7. Eight, 7.
Not an easy ball to finish. Short and low. You can see Vila looking around. There has been some concern this weekend with the air circulation in the gymnasium.
7-9.
Silva just
7-10.
camping out on the backhand-to-backhand exchanges.
It seems like he feels really comfortable.
Yeah, it's the pattern, and there, Vila going out to the
10,
forehand to
8.
break the backhand-to-backhand counter rally.
Just to mix up the rhythm.
When you see a mismatch, you don't want to replay that sequence a second time if necessary.
Senura Silva continues his strong
11-8
play for the Bay Area
game,
Blasters. And that point clinches the lead heading into the golden game. Blasters now in front 8-2 on the team tally. Silva 1 game up on Isaac Vila.
Jennifer, what's your history with table tennis? I didn't understand that perfectly, but if I can translate that sound, I'm going to say you started competing at the age of 2 because both your parents played for the Chinese national team. You then moved to the United States on full scholarship in college, won an Olympic gold medal, retired at the age of 24 because you wanted to give back being respected. Body language, tone of voice, this is where communication is at. Any questions? We have a little time. I want to meet these people next to you. I assume you know them all. I don't know if they're all biological family, but we've got time. All right. Exciting times here. Portland Paddlers down 2-8, fighting to get back in it. Let me make some noise for Isaac Vila and Senura Silva.
Bay Area's lead now up to 20 over the Paddlers.
Second game.
22 ahead of the Smash.
0-0.
Texas, Seattle coming up later tonight. Texas has to be enjoying what they're seeing in terms of Portland struggles.
1-0.
Yeah, Texas would love to see a blowout, just knowing how close the top 3 teams are.
1-all. Paddlers.
Texas will play the Bay Area tomorrow morning. 11 a.m. Central, that's noon Eastern.
1-2.
Quite frankly, Texas is going to need to put up a big number to have a chance to catch the Bay Area Blasters.
Three, 1.
Blasters had a 14-point lead at the start of the day, but it's going to be bigger certainly at the end of the day.
Oh, look at that backhand by Silva.
4-1.
Looked like a forehand from a power perspective. That ball just took off. And Silva firing on all cylinders right now.
Sean, he's just been remarkably steady and consistent. I mean, poised beyond his years as an 18-year-old kid.
And the nice thing right after that point, he's saying, come on, come on. He's playing great, and he's continuing to want to raise the bar. Look at that. I mean, Vila had to play 2 world-class shots
2-5
just to get on the offensive end of this point. But Silva still had a chance to bring it back. Service warning, making sure the toss is at least 6 inches.
This is the 3rd time this season that Silva and
6-2
Vila have played in a singles match. Including today, Silva's now won 6 of the 7 games that they've played. It's looking like it will be 7 of 8.
7-2
He's just getting the upper hand in every one of these exchanges, whether it's backhand to backhands or going for big shots.
Oh, goodness. Senura Silva absolutely unleashing the fury with the backhand.
And that's going to be a top 10 shot of the weekend. Look at this backhand come into play. Look a little bit.
From what, 12, 13 feet off the table?
Look a little Roger Federer-esque with that follow through.
3-8 9-3
Again, just very quick off the bounce
10-3
from the backhand side of Silva, owning the backhand to backhand exchange pattern.
Let
Just all around very impressive from Silva.
11-3 second game. Let
Clinical. 11-3 in game 2 as Silva gives the Blasters the 9-2 lead. Superb stuff from Senura Silva, the teenage phenom from Sri Lanka.
Exciting times, wow. Jennifer, how do you feel about that? All right, game number 3.
Senura Silva with the body language of a player that's lost 2 straight games. Not the guy that's won 2 straight games. He is ultra determined, it looks like, to complete this sweep.
It's no surprise why his power ranking is so high.
1-0.
And yet it is a surprise that his power ranking is so high, Sean.
But look at what he's doing out there. He is dominating the competition. Regardless of the score, he doesn't give an inch.
1-0.
How surprised are you that this undrafted kid's in the top 5 in the power ranking?
Oh, I think it all goes back to his attitude. He's so appreciative to be an MLTT, opportunity presenting itself, and he's out there just battling every single point.
So it's easy to say in retrospect, obviously he should have been drafted. He's been one of the top 20 players in the league easily. But, I mean, when the draft happened, did you know enough about him to say?
Sri Lanka isn't known as a powerhouse in table tennis.
Right.
And as the national champion and under the age of 20, playing at Texas Wesleyan, that's not generally the resume that puts you ahead of some of the players that were drafted later that have also turned out to be real finds. But look at that backhand. I mean, just off the bounce, moving it completely around the table. I just love his speed. He is so quick. That time Silva,
Three,
that time
three.
Vila got that ball into the center of Silva's body. Tried to step around, but you could see jammed up. Couldn't get the footwork in place to deliver a solid forehand counterattack. That backhand, that ball caught the net, but that backhand, very dependable by Silva. Two quality weapons and some great defense from the midcourt. Ooh, almost had that one. He'd like to have that one back.
So here's the funny thing to start thinking about too. If the Bay Area Blasters not only clinch a playoff spot, but earn the top seed out of the West, Senura Silva will get to go against his old team.
Change.
He started his MLTT journey as a member of the Princeton Revolution back in September in Daytona Beach. And the Revolution are awaiting the winner of the West in the very first matchup of championship weekend.
I'm sure he'd like to give them a thank you message.
Five.
But four sorries from Silva after that net ball winner.
But you just have to credit Maggie Tien for making the full play of bringing him onto the team, not as a pool player just for the weekend, but to grab him after one of her players had an issue with celebrating and then breaking a finger in the post-match celebration. You just see Silva
5-7.
just taking care of business. Great backhand down the line by Silva. Vila is not playing poorly. It's just Silva continues to play great shots. Super consistency. A lot of power.
Vila hanging around here in game 3, certainly within striking distance, but needs to win at least one of these next 2 points on Silva's serve.
And Silva from the midcourt,
9-6.
very comfortable keeping the offense going. Silva, nice play out of Jonathan McDonald's playbook, deep serve and a quick follow.
And that will wrap this thing up. Senura Silva, the Sri Lankan buzzsaw. 11-8, 11-3, and 11-6. He improves to 8-1 in games against Isaac Vila this season. And he has clinched a 5-point lead heading into the Golden Game today for the Bay Area Blasters.
I was in Asia during New Jersey, and I was watching it like 5 in the morning, and it was so exciting. But the reason I say this is I'm starting to imagine Bay Area Blasters versus Carolina Gold Rush in the final. Right now, that's how it would look. But the season isn't over yet.
Senura Silva has put the headset on. Senura, congratulations on another marvelous performance.
Thank you.
It felt like you were really locked in today. Even when you were up 2-0, you were still telling yourself to focus. Where does this passion come from for you?
I always try to keep my mindset, even though like the conditions are not good, like especially windy and everything. I try to keep my mind like very strong. I don't really try to focus on the other aspects of the game, but even though like Isaac is a very good player, I try to focus on my game, like how to win points and how to stay aggressive on the table. So yeah, I played well.
Okay, 2 quick questions. Number 1, how much fun are you having? And number 2, what would it mean to qualify for the finals in Chicago in 3 weeks?
First question, I feel very great staying here because of my team. They are really supporting me so much, and thank you for my team. And the second thing, I didn't expect this because I was a free agent, and Coach Maggie drafted me as a permanent player. So this is a very great opportunity for me to be in the team and play playoffs. Yeah.
Senura, take us back to August. The draft happens. How disappointed were you that you were not drafted? And I imagine you never expected to be the free agent superstar that you've become this year.
Yeah, I really went to play the draft without practicing like 1 month, and I played quite well in the draft, but I didn't get drafted. But it's okay. I only needed one chance. I know it, so I played very well after I got drafted. So,
well, last thing, if you guys win this division, which you're seemingly on your way to doing, you get a matchup at championship weekend with the team that you started with this year, the Princeton Revolution.
That's true.
What will that be like for you?
It will be a very interesting game because I already played in the cross division. It was very fun hanging out with them and talking the history when I was with Princeton. So it will be a very interesting game.
It's quite a story. Congrats on the 3-0 win today. We'll see you in the Golden Game.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
It really is one of the stories of the entire season. This young kid from Sri Lanka.
And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. We've got so many great personalities in MLTT. It's been a treat to get to know and learn the backgrounds of so many international players.
0-1.
But Senura Silva, what a story, and how to make the most of an opportunity that has presented itself to him.
2-0.
So Jiwei Shah in a tough spot here for the paddlers. Trying to build a little momentum. He needs a sweep to give the paddlers a chance to win today, but obviously every point is massive considering the playoff implications with Texas getting ready to play Seattle in a little over an hour.
The challenge just for the Blasters coming into the Golden Game, they're going to be looking very good with the maximum point spot.
1-3.
You know, Evan, looking at these first couple points, it appears to me that Jiwei isn't going to play safe. He's going to go for everything he can. In the past, we've seen him step around his backhand, try to get his forehand into play. But he's definitely going for more backhand attacks.
Caught the edge.
4-2.
Jiwei in front 4-2. Jiwei took 2 out of 3 the last time these two individuals squared off in a singles match. That was all the way back in October in Texas.
That was a very big win for the paddlers at the time. On paper, if you look at the careers of the two players, Talon Jung, former U.S. Open champion. Jiwei has been the mainstay in the Pacific Northwest. Great backhand down the line by Jiwei.
2-6.
Doing a lot more coaching for Jiwei. But he has stepped up his preparation along with the rest of the paddlers to try to do everything they could to make this weekend a success.
3-6.
Said it earlier, Sean, the Bay Area Blasters came into today needing 15 points to clinch their playoff spot. So basically, at this point, if they win the Golden Game, they punch their ticket to the playoffs. If they don't win the Golden Game, mathematically they will not have clinched yet, but just getting 10 points today puts them in a glorious position regardless of what happens from here.
You've got two players like Jinbo Ma and Senura Silva who are just running the tables on the opposition, sweeping. So going into tomorrow, you'd expect those two players, regardless of tonight's outcome, to give them a handful of critical points. And there's Talon Jung's patented step around forehand from the backhand corner.
Ji-Wei handled the deep serve nicely.
7.
Ties it up 7-all.
Ji-Wei won that point.
8-7.
Sure determination, stepping around the backhand as far as he did. Right knee touched the ground in order to pick that ball up.
Oh!
Rock'em sock'em robots there.
Oh.
Ji-Wei with a great backhand opening attack, and Tao Wen-chung just took it off the bounce down the line. Too good.
Cross court smash. 9-8 lead for Tao.
Great serve return by Ji-Wei, but Tao put it right back
10.
in the exact same location where Ji-Wei had nowhere to go when he tried to step around.
Game points for Wen-chung. Ji-Wei has 2 serves to try to create a golden point. Game 1 goes to Tao Wen-chung. No other way to say it. It has been the Blasters' day so far. And with that, Bay Area has clinched the win. They will finish the regular season above 500. Or they're back above 500, I should say. 11-10 in this, their 21st match of the year. Allow me a quick chance to clarify what I just said, Sean. The Bay Area Blasters entered today 11-9 on the season. They've guaranteed their 12th team win. The points, though, still very much matter in terms of clinching the top spot.
1-0.
Obviously, even if Texas beats Seattle 21-0, Bay Area will have the edge heading into tomorrow, and it's likely that the Blasters are not just going to stick at 224 every single time the team has gotten to at least 11 points in the course of play before the Golden Game. That team has won the Golden Game.
And the challenge for tomorrow for the Blasters is, would they be willing to mix things up a little bit, maybe have Lily play singles if they are assured of a top spot? They really have a lot more flexibility to try new things.
Teams with a 5-0 lead at the start of the Golden Game, 36-2.
Strong defense there by Ji-Wei Sha.
3-2.
And you look at the slab on the left side of the screen. Does it still surprise you to see that teams with a 3-0 lead have only won 57% of the time compared to 76% winning percentage for teams with a 1-0 lead?
Yeah, no, it's really odd because both the 1-0 and 3-0, the coaches are choosing the order that benefits the lineup. But yeah, I think that 3-0 should be at least 76%.
2-5.
Ji-Wei has countered here in game 2. We know he will always keep fighting.
Tao Wen-jung is just so powerful off of both wings. Was very successful in the Chinese Super League. Transitioned, moved over to the US, won a US Open, and continued to give back to the Bay Area community, coaching players like Nikhil Kumar, helping them qualify for Tokyo.
Obviously, the Chinese Super League has the reputation of being the best league in the
world. Yeah, it's the NBA.
What do you think a Golden Game would look and feel like in the Chinese Super League?
Oh, it'd be insane. It'd be very tough to match.
Hope we can see that at some point.
Well, I think that's one reason to watch the draft, because you don't know which player is going to be joining MLTT next year. I've heard a couple names out of Asia that would be some game changers for certain teams. Jiwei, nice job. Keeping the pressure on. Quality blocks. Getting that forehand off the bounce. I just don't know how Tao Wen-jung gets so much power from his backhand side. Jiwei going for some big forehands here. Once Tao makes that first forehand loop, so relaxed, keeps the pressure on, but more importantly, his placement of the ball, world class. Look at that. Again, caught the top of the net, but that wouldn't have been easily returned had it been clean. Oh, great backhand down the line by Jiwei.
8-8.
He's got to continue to put pressure on with his backhand side. Can't rely only on his forehand loop.
8-all, game 2.
Again, down 11-2.
8.
And you hear Jiwei giving himself some self-encouragement.
I mean, the score's irrelevant when he takes the table.
No, exactly right. The amount of pride that he has.
Got a 10-8 lead and a couple of game
8,
points here to
10.
get the third paddler's point of the day.
Solid
8.
play by Portland paddlers Jiwei Shaw to even up this match at 1 apiece. Getting Portland one more point that you never know what it could mean at the end of this weekend when it comes down to that second place final tie between these four teams.
Rubber game here between Jiwei and Tao. Wen-jung serves first.
You know, Evan, I was thinking going into the Golden Game, if Portland would really mix things up and try to get some mismatches, then I looked down at the sheet And Bay Area is just loaded with talent, and I don't see a weak player out there.
0-2.
Clearly, Collet is going to have to do something for Portland in the Golden Game if they want to have a chance at coming back from the 5-0 spot. But from Senura Silva that swept,
1-2.
Jinbo Ma that swept, a solid play from Lachine and Lily in the doubles.
Yeah, I'm with you. This Bay Area lineup feels pretty strong.
This is an all-star lineup.
3-1.
You have Lachine playing in the 3-4, in some ways partnering with Silva. You know, out of the 6 points they're playing for, they're probably getting 4 to 5 guaranteed. And then you got Jinbao Ma.
Well, we'll see if that's still the case against Princeton, Sean, because I think Princeton has the best CD trio in the league. Oh, that catches the edge, and Tao is up 4-2.
2-4.
Nice.
That is
3,
the backhand that
4.
I see from G-Wei on a weekly basis out of his home club, Paddle Palace. I've been on his case to
4.
unleash the backhand as much as possible. He just feels very comfortable fighting to get that first forehand in, but his backhand is tremendous.
5-4. Change.
Championship weekend, 3 weeks away. Hope to see you in Chicago. MLTT.com/tickets.
Look at that power. Cowan Jung.
4-6.
Just out there. Third ball attack after third ball attack.
Great balance, excellent precision.
Very similar to what you were doing today when we had our chance to hit a couple balls.
5,
I love the
6.
backhand forehand combos that you were delivering. Keeping that left hand up and really getting the shoulder turn.
You're very kind. I
6.
do think that the reason that I struggle from time to time, I'm not sure if I'm truly a shake hand player. Maybe I should be more like Tao and go try out the penhold.
It's always an option. That's the beauty of this sport. You're never limited.
After watching me play and giving me a few lessons, do you think everything would be solved if I went to the penhold?
No, not at all. No, I think the forehand power. Maybe
7,
play like Silva.
6.
Have the forehand power, but also the pressure of the backhand. But staying up to the table, I think, is going to be the key right now until we work on footwork.
And there's a lot to work on.
Look at that.
Ridiculous.
I mean, Cowan Jung. Serve is a little high.
6,
Ji-Wei makes a great
8.
flip. And Cowan Jung takes it off the bounce. Even Ji-Wei, when you're apologizing for a great point, you know you're playing on fire. And there's Ji-Wei's backhand.
The timeout called here for the Bay Area Blasters.
Timeout,
Coach Maggie
Blasters.
Tien, you'll see momentarily.
Timeout taken. Let's
60
listen in.
seconds to talk. Again, if you're here right now, it's my
他如果发现这种短的上旋，你准备先挑拨一个呢，往他中间挑啊，还是你想怎么打？踢他。
back here 20 minutes before 7 o'clock. I encourage you to come down to the main table. And I'll give you each a serve.
I don't know, you decide you always have from your backhand, or if you want to do like this, touch a little bit like that way. Because if you touch that way, yes, because if you touch that way, always a little bit high, and he plays counter. Touch a little bit this way, like this, and find his backhand. And after you wait in front for counter spin, okay? I think it's good if you play this way, very fine, very fine. Deep in, deep in backhand. Then after you wait in front, you counter spin.
没关系，没关系，想好啊。
Come on, huh?
sessions, get some energy, and get ready. Sound good?
Big point here for both teams, especially the Portland Paddlers, who entered the day tied for second in this West Division at 199 total points for the season with the Texas Smash.
7-8.
It's been a tough day
Paddlers
for
to serve.
Portland, but look, there are 7 points still up for grabs, and those 7 points would be massive if Portland could get them.
8-all.
Why not leave everything on the table in the golden game? Nothing lost by going for broke and fighting for each and every point. And that's a great combination by Ji-Wei Sha. Again, set up by his strong backhand play. Just jammed the ball in. Perfect redirect.
Tao was starting to cover that forehand side that he left open by going for the forehand on the backhand side.
And that's the risk you take when you play. Oh, look at that backhand down the line.
9-9.
Not leaving anything up for chance there.
Both players showing the power of the backhand attack.
Wen Zhang back in front, 10-9.
9-10.
And again, Ji-Wei fighting to make that first opening forehand attack, leaving his wide forehand very open for a counterattack.
And that will close out the match. Cao Wen-Zhang
11-9.
does to Ji-Wei what Ji-Wei did to him back in October. Takes 2 out of 3. 11-9 the score of that final game. So it's a 12-3 lead for the Bay Area Blasters as we head into the Golden Game. Bay Area can clinch a playoff spot with a Golden Game win here coming up.
Fastest way to change your rating. 3 games like this. Deb, it's been a while since we talked. I miss you, but I see that you're in good company here. Victor and Chris, you're taking care of the Deb sandwich. I like it. You guys are the bunch of the Deb sandwich. All right, it is the moment you've been waiting for. The goal.
Well, Jin Bao Ma got the scoring started for the Blasters. 3 straight over Jonathan McDonald. El Sayed Lachine was all business in game 3 against Rachel Sung to earn the 2 out of 3 win. And then a really strong performance from Jin Bao Ma and Lily Zhang in the doubles. Won the opening 2 games. Sung and Lei did salvage the 3rd. But the Blasters had the early lead, and Senura Silva only made that lead feel bigger. By a combined score of 33-17, Silva dispatched Isaac Vila Ortiz. And then an entertaining battle, all 3 games decided by 3 points or less in the 4th singles spot, with Cao Wen-Zhang taking 2 out of 3. So it's a 12-3 lead for the Bay Area Blasters. And we'll see just how creative Christian Lilyrose wants to be in terms of creating the order for this Golden Game. It feels like a must-win Golden Game for Portland, and for the Bay Area Blasters, they are in an excellent position, win or lose, but they will mathematically be in the playoffs if they can win this Golden Game. Mimi Bosica from Major League Table Tennis oversees the selection of the order right now.
Congratulations, if that's what you were trying to do. This is getting weird.
Oh, what's that? Water, soap, I like it. Very cool. All right, so we're getting into the Golden Game where the coaches will play their players like a deck of cards in a poker match. I hand over the microphone to our very own Mimi Bosica.
Thank you, Adam. Okay, so we have the Bay Area Blasters leading 12-3, which means you will start the Golden Game with a 5-point advantage. Portland, you will get the first choice and the serve. Who will go first?
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid will go first, and who will play against him? Jim Bao Ma will go first for Bay Area. Who will go second?
Wen Jiangtao.
Wen Jiangtao second. Portland, who's second?
Jiwei.
Jiwei Shaw is second, and third?
Jonathan.
Jonathan McDonald is third. Who will play third for you?
Lily Zhang.
Lily Zhang will play third. Who will play fourth, Bay Area? Senura Silva will play fourth, which means El Sayed Lachine will play fifth. How about you, Coach? Who will play fourth?
So that would be Rachel.
Rachel Sung four, and Isaac Vila will play fifth for Portland. Okay, good luck.
Oh, leg hang and no handshake for Christian Lilyrose. Maggie Tian turned her back and left Christian hanging.
All right, Sean, a little spice to this order. Certainly a very different feel to what we just watched through regulation, which theoretically is good news for Portland. We'll see what they can do to try to overcome this 5-point deficit, which if this were championship weekend, it would be 9-0, because the rules are going to change 3 weeks from now. But in that championship weekend setting, Portland would still be alive to quote-unquote win the match. Right now, they're just battling to win these 6 points, which are critical for their playoff hopes.
If they could win these 6 points, I believe they would take this full match as a victory, considering they're on the precipice of going down 18-3.
After losing 16-5 yesterday. Paddlers on the board here in the Golden Game.
This was the match that we anticipated seeing
by Coley.
if Coley had played singles.
2 to come.
Two straight for Coley.
5-2.
Corner with his second point.
Three straight for Coley.
Coley 1 point away. Well, he got the sweep.
Ourselves a ball game.
Kind of a
mini sweep.
Takes all. 6 points to the
Couple
team
bristles,
that wins the
not the
Golden
full-
Game. Entering the
full
arena,
force.
Taowen Zhang
Here's a
on the
rematch of
receive. Jiwei Shaw
final
serve,
singles match.
3-5.
And this is the only rematch in this Golden Game.
And look at Portland.
4 straight for the Paddlers.
Coming out.
Makes it a 1-point game, 4 in a row for the Portland Paddlers.
Wow.
How quick was Taowen Zhang getting in to deliver that forehand attack?
Baseline drives it, a much-needed point. He's got 2 serves at 6-4.
That's nice. Backhand down the line. This just speaks to how tough it is to come from behind in the Golden Game. You get a little momentum, you think you're feeling good, but it's hard to sustain that momentum, Sean. There's just too many good players capable of too many good shots. 3 in a row for Taowen Zhang restores order for the Blasters.
It's Lily Zhang, the American
Now we've got a
dream.
mixed match that we saw in Pleasanton in the singles play.
Serving
Lily
at
Zhang had
4-8.
success against Jonathan.
Let's see if Jonathan goes back for the deep serves.
Lily Zhang acknowledging
takes
a
the
little
opening
fortune
point.
on the covering closed
Now
racket
4
shot.
straight for the Blasters
4
after the
serving
Paddlers scored the first 4.
Let's.
It's obvious to say this, but the Blasters starting with a 5-0 lead just have such a bigger margin for error. And the mindset change that makes going to the table. Portland knows you gotta win 2, 3, 4 points in every 4-point sequence to have a chance. One bad sequence really cripples your chances.
And with 2 serves apiece, team leading has a lot more options to be aggressive on the serve.
Incredible
McDonald's on the
receive
board
from
here in the Golden
inside the
Game.
table, stealing
Lily
the attack.
liked her
Jonathan
chances on
McDonald,
that
10
last
serving
combination.
5.
She can still take 3 out of 4. And she will. So Tawen Jong earns 3 points over Jiwei Shaw. And Lily John also earns 3 against Jonathan McDonald.
I think the confidence that Lily is giving herself in this golden game.
5 serving 11.
It's not an easy matchup with Jonathan McDonald. And now Senura Silva
with the spin on the backhand side extends the lead.
the back end of this
12.
game. Up at 12-5.
And a bit of fortune here as well, but Senura Silva 13-5 has the serve back on his side.
Serve.
8 of the last 9 points for the Blasters since it was 5-4. Make it 9 of the last 10.
Complete deception on serve. Senura Silva 3 in a row, 1 point from Golden Sweep. But the touch,
Sung
Rachel
gets
Sung
1.
saves 1 big point.
3 points
8
for Tao, 3 points for Lily, 3 points for Senura.
A
Strong sequence, and now El Sayed Lachine back to the table.
With Isaac Vila to
He won
serve,
2 of the 3
6-14.
games he played in singles earlier against Rachel Sung. Now he's matched up with Isaac Vila.
Oh, and just
Slow
so
spin,
solid
straight from the
over
back
the
of the table, El
by
Sayed.
Lachine. Does it once
2
again.
for 2. He's able to
For
play
most
the
players, the
baseline
table's
so
in the way on
tightly.
those short serves.
16
Lachine
serving 6.
beautifully just covers on the top of the ball.
Heavy spin carries
1 for
long, and
Vila.
Isaac Vila with a big point to make it 16-7.
Collet versus Jinbao Ma after this next point.
The spin comes
Lachine
in. El
gets the
Sayed
job
Lachine,
done.
3
Yeah.
for 4.
Think
The
about it,
Bay
Sean.
Area
I mean, the
Blasters just 4
first
points
pairing,
away
Collet
from
won
taking
3
this
straight
golden
points
game
from
and
Jinbao
having a
Ma, but
landslide
in the next
lead.
4
It's
pairings,
Jinbao Ma on
each
the
Bay Area
receive,
player won
and
3 out of 4
Collet to
points.
serve. It's 7-17.
So a 10-point lead for the Blasters. Jinbao Ma brings his
No
fastball.
fear from Jinbao as he takes the point.
That was
7,
right down the
serving
center of the
18.
plate.
Wait.
Let's service, ball kick crossing. Kyle, we see you.
Let's.
Redo the point. Ball kid in the background. Oh, Jinbao Ma delivers the goods again.
Check out the replay on this one. Gets low for this. 19 serving 7. As heavy spin and casual as can be, Collet with 1 more point for the Paddlers. 19 serving 8. Oh,
My goodness.
intimidation on the receive.
What was that?
Collet with a dirty stare. Doesn't even need to touch the ball to win the point.
Feeling the pressure.
So, back in the
Mon
arena,
Collet
Tawen
split
Jong
the
on
4
receive.
points.
Jiwei shot a serve, 9-19.
Tawen Jong could finish it.
Soft hands.
Looks like the
Jiwei
Blasters
to
are
game
going
and a spin to follow.
for a
Double
blast
digits
of
for
their
the
own to
Paddlers,
finish off this
10-19.
match. All players taking big shots now.
Baseline serve, but Tawen Jong spins it back, and it is 10 golden game points for the Blasters.
1 point away from the playoffs.
Oh,
Jiwei
my
Shaw says
goodness,
not just
so
yet.
Fast. A spanking on the receive, 20 serving 11.
It is all over. And the Bay Area Blasters can officially book their tickets to Chicago. They are headed to championship weekend. They have clinched a playoff spot in the West Division. They win the Golden Game 21-11. They win the match 18-3. A dominant Saturday for the Bay Area Blasters.
Later this month, the playoffs will
I think,
happen
Evan, the
in
bottom
Chicago,
line
and
with
Bay
this
Area
lineup
Blasters
for Bay
in
Area,
first place
anything
by
is
a
possible.
landslide.
So
Portland
solid, so
Paddlers
stacked.
in second place, but are
Looking
gonna have a
very
big
strong
fight tomorrow
heading into
because
Sunday.
Texas Smash
keep the pressure on the Western Conference.
And they'll be playing at 7 p.m. local time here in Wichita.
They've got a
It's 6:06 right now.
point lead
Get
over
yourself some
Texas
food,
right now.
Get yourself some merchandise for your
It will be
favorite
tough
team or an
for the
MLT
Smash to catch him. Now, Texas does play the Blasters tomorrow, but Texas will certainly head into their evening showdown with Seattle, hoping to create some distance between them and Portland for that last playoff spot in the West. We're joined by Maggie Tien. Maggie, congratulations. An 18-3 win officially books your team spot in championship weekend. Before we get to that, let's talk about today. What stood out most to you about your team's performance from the very start with Jim Balma to the end with Silva and Tao? It felt like your team came out sharp.
Yeah, so before when the lineup, so it's Cole is not playing, we were like surprised. But we prepare for his play, singles and doubles. Like you asking me why we changed the doubles, because last 2 times we lost to Portland, and then this match for us is very important. So we have many plans, and then we had a meeting, and then this was the last solution to try our best way.
So knowing that you just completed the goal of making the playoffs, what is going to be the mindset for your team tomorrow? Because you can play a role of a little bit of a spoiler, or you could take it easy tomorrow. What are you thinking about?
Are you sure we already made final? But
You're in the Final Four.
really, well, but we will not think in this way, but we will fight until the end. Also, it's very important for our team play final with like East Coast, which team is best for our team. So we will not think this way yet, but we will fight until end.
Maggie, can you talk about the addition of Senura Silva and what went into adding him and what he has meant to your team playing with such consistency out of the CD slot?
Yeah, so I think he fight very hard, and we have a very hard situation in the beginning, and then I asked our team, who is one of the best player for free agent, and then our team told me to pick Senura Silva, and I also see him play in East Coast the
start of the season.
Yeah, yeah, this is I appreciate his performance, and then he fight for himself and also for my team.
Alrighty, well, you can study the standings if you want to confirm, but you are going to the championship event 3 weeks from now in Chicago, but you got one more match tomorrow against Texas, and I know that Portland team you just beat will be rooting for you to beat Texas 21-0 tomorrow. So we'll wish you the best of luck. Enjoy your evening tonight with your new owner. Don't take too much crap from him, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. There's the updated standings, Sean. The Blasters with 231. Texas still with 21 points up for grabs tonight. They could get to as high as 220. We'll see how big a gap they can create against the Paddlers, who get just 3 today. Let's chat with Tao and Zhang. We didn't get to talk to you after your singles match, but you take 2 out of 3 from G-Wei, and then you played well in the Golden Game to finish it up. What was the story of the day for you and your team?
I think it's a special day because we win today, we can go to the playoff. So I'm really happy to saw Jim Ball back, and we saw everyone play good. It's a very special day for me.
Now, the question I asked some of your teammates are, how much fun are you having? You're one of the older players in the league, but based on the way you played against G-Wei, some of the shots that you're making have to be the same feeling as when you're a little bit younger. How much are you enjoying the action?
I think we both really enjoy it for MLTT because so we both age is a little bit old for so very enjoy, and special when we play some young player, we can compete, keep to fight. Yeah, it's very enjoy.
Well, Tao, congratulations on a really impressive performance today. 18-3 over the Paddlers, and we know we'll see you at championship weekend, but we'll also see you tomorrow against Texas.
Okay.
So get some rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Tao and Zhang. continues to lead this Bay Area squad. And I mean, this is, if things were to end right now, it would be the Blasters against Princeton and Carolina against Portland. But Texas is going to have something to say about this.
They're going to get some points in the next match coming up here for sure.
It would be stunning if Texas is not in second place at the end of the night. The question is, how big of a second place lead will they have? And, you know, can the Paddlers get some help from the Blasters tomorrow? And who knows? It's still a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts. But we know one of the West Division teams that will be in the Final Four, El Sayed Lachine and his Bay Area Blasters. Sweeps from Jimbao Ma and Senura Silva in singles. Match wins from Lachine and Tao in singles, along with Ma and Zhang in the doubles. And a 21-11 win in the Golden Game. The Blasters are headed to the playoffs. We still got one more match to come tonight. Texas in Seattle, about 47-48 minutes from now. Hope you'll join us then. But on behalf of our entire production team, for my partner, the Hall of Famer Sean O'Neill, Evan Lepler saying so long for now. Bay Area bound for Chicago and the MLTT Final Four.